So aloe vera is something that a lot of people are very familiar with. You know, I think a lot of people are familiar with using it for external use. For burns and infections. It does help with healing things much faster. But I got the idea from using it internally from you, Mercy, I think. And I think some of the other lifestyle centers that I've visited that recommend it for things like gastric ulcers and these types of things. I've seen that. Right? So you recommend it for leaky gut, and why is that?
Because it just, if you have a wound externally, you put the gel and it's going to speed it up the healing. So that happens internally also.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you did mention that, you know, you don't want to take too much of it, possibly,
yes,
right?
we just want to be careful also. So we do like at bedtime, just to coat it, the digestive
You do what?
lining.
You do
at bedtime.
At bedtime. So you recommend it at bedtime, right before you go to sleep, that it may help coat things internally and help you with the healing process at night while you sleep. So we'll just show you how to prepare this aloe. And what we'll do here, what we're trying to do is that, you know, you don't want to eat the skin. And there's a latex material inside that you want to have drained out before you actually use the aloe plant. And so what we're going to do is we're going to soak this in some water. So this is going to have to fit in here. So I'm going to cut it. And so we'll drain. It's going to sit in this water. It'll drain overnight. And you'll notice that it might be a little thick and viscous, that liquid that comes out of it, right?
And kind of dark or yellowish, reddish.
Right.
Yes.
Now, if this plant, like, how do you know that this plant is good to eat? You know, is that...
It's not a spoil. It looks good, and the gel, it looks intact. There is nothing around it.
Yeah, the clearer the better, right? Like this is a little purplish, you know, and so if you, let's cut this a little bit, okay? I'm gonna cut it right here. And so here you can see, it's hard when you're getting aloe that has been shipped many miles and you don't know how long that it's been out for. So I got this from the store a couple days ago, and so this is probably, you know, on the verge, I would think, right? It's not like perfectly clear.
Yeah, because here is a little
bruised.
Bruised. But it's still looking
I think
good.
it's still okay to do. So once you have soaked it overnight and the latex has drained out, then you can peel it. And I don't know if you do it differently, Mercy.
No, that's perfectly fine. I will do the same way.
And then how do you know how much water to blend this with?
You can blend it with the smallest amount that you could, or you just eat it.
Okay, so you blend this with a small amount of water, drink it down, and that will help with.
And we tell them to first drain the bitterness, because the water is going to be super bitter, and if you just eat it now, it's going to be bitter. So you want to do it after change, and every day you change the water, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So you would soak this overnight. That's when you can start using it, and you want to be changing the water at least twice a day, morning and evening.
Yes, and so it is actually it's worked great for speeding up the healing of leaky gut.
Okay, so that's something that's really quick and easy to do, is to get some aloe, and you know, you can cut it, at least learn how it should look, and if you're brave enough to try it, you know, try it at night before you go to sleep. And
can I share something?
Yeah.
I like to do this and just rub my face every morning and evening.
Yes.
And then you put your moisturizer, and then you can put it in your hands when you go in the sun, just to protect.
Right. I mean, it's just so
aging
good for the skin.
super
So.
great.